Hey guys, this just in. Patch 1.7.1 will be going live tomorrow, October the 12th, and with it will be a handful of updates for both PvE and PvP, aka the main Fortnite game, and also the side Battle Royale mode. Let's go over the Battle Royale first. The stats page will be made available tomorrow and will be backfilled. That's the term they used in the patch notes. I'm assuming that means that all of your stats are retroactively added once the stats page becomes active with the update. So you will not be starting with a clean slate. Everything that you have done thus far has been tracked and will be included in your stats. Next, they are adding Battle Eye to their existing anti-cheat detection, and they are adding a report button in-game which allows players to swiftly report cheaters or hackers. Along with these main additions to PvP, the PvE side of Fortnite is also getting some treatment. There's going to be a beefy hero and monster balance for the high-level content. One of the issues a few of us deal with in late game content is the fact that gadgets and abilities don't scale very well, hence why a lot of us poke fun at Outlanders being completely and utterly worthless. Well, ability power, health, and shield will be increased for all heroes, as well as monsters will be getting a buff as well. These buffs will not affect lower levels as much, but the scaling as you grow will be significantly bigger. Another much needed change coming tomorrow is for the Horde Bash event that is currently going on for this month. You will no longer be required to start out at the very lowest level if you have progressed at all in the main game. For instance, if you are currently questing in Canny Valley, then Tier 1, 2, and 3 should become available for you in Horde Bash. Finally! Ugh! Now I won't have to keep redoing low-level Stonewood stuff for all my friends that have yet to try out Horde Bash. God, no more Stonewood. Thank God. Anyway, there's a whole list of patch notes that go into lots of other details, changes, additions, and bug fixes that you can read through if you would like. As always, I'll leave links in the description below, but in the meantime, I'll point out just a few key things throughout the notes. In Battle Royale, they have increased the battle bus movement speed and skydiving terminal velocity speeds by 50%. Players will now be able to search supply drops without interruption from the storm's damage. So if you're greedy and you just have to get that supply drop and the storm is closing in over your body, you'll still be able to open it while taking damage. Eliminations will now be awarded to those players who down the enemy regardless of who finishes off that player. Yes! Thank God. God. Kill stealers. They increased health after being revived from 25 health to 30 health, and shields will no longer protect you from damage while you are in the DBNO state, the down but not out state. When you're crawling, when you're a bitch and you can't do anything, you're waiting for a revive. Basically, shields will not protect you anymore. There is now a report player button at the end of match screen to report players. Critical hit damage on shielded players is now displayed as blue, like it should be. They added some name labels to the map for existing locations: Tomato Town, Dusty Depot, and Salty Springs. They added a few structures near Tomato Town and added new potential chest and loot locations to the northernmost and southernmost wooden bridges over the river, as well as Lonely Lodge and the container area to the west. In Save the World, the PvE main game, they made some additional changes to Horde mode, like when entering a Tier 1, 2, or 3 zone. All the challenges within that zone are now unlocked by default, along with all the Outlander fragments now respawn between Horde waves and have also been moved closer to objectives. They also added a matchmaking region under the Game tab in the options menu, and updated the Horde Bash skill tree with better, more detailed descriptions, listing out what exactly you are getting once you spend a skill point on it. I spent the first 2 days recording matches just to replay them in order to record what new items I was obtaining after I spent a point on either ammo, trap material, or building materials. And let me tell you, it wasn't fun, it wasn't quick, it took a lot of time, and it wasn't even consistent. So, hopefully with this change, we will get consistent set items every wave. If not, I still have my massive spreadsheets, and if any of you are curious, I can do a quick rundown video, but there's a lot of data, and it's just a temporary event, so not sure if it's worth it or not to go over the amount of items. Plus, once you have unlocked a few of the material nodes, then you start to get enough items to where you don't even have to micromanage everything you craft anymore. Anyway, again, I'll have links in the description below for the full patch notes. And I, for one, cannot wait until tomorrow so I can start smashing out in Horde Bash and actually earning some decent rewards. Or just getting slaughtered by the Reflect modifier combined with Empathy and Fire Husks and or the Insane Smasher or Propane or even Lobber Waves. Ugh. It's definitely a cool mode, frustrating at times, but definitely fresh and never seems scripted like the Survive the Storm did. One last thing, well, two actually. I'll have more videos coming soon, I promise. I took a break due to some IRL interviews and such. I also picked up the new Note 8, so I spent the last couple days tinkering with that, getting it all set up, playing with the new features and whatnot. But I'm back on the grind now, and there's more Fortnite coming, I promise. I promise, pinky promise. Lastly, I stream daily over on Twitch from 8 p.m. to 2 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. And lately we've been growing a pretty fast little Fortnite community over there. I've got regulars from PS4, Xbox, and PC that come and hang out regularly. We goof off, test theories, talk shit to each other, and just basically have a good time. So if you're bored and you're up late, feel free to come check us out. And with that, I'm out. Bye-bye now.